Have you ever looked at your child and thought, why is this so hard for them? You practice the same words, the same spelling rules, the same homework, and somehow it still feels like they are stuck. But what if your child isn't struggling because they aren't trying? What if they are struggling because dyslexia feels completely different on the inside than most people realize? As someone with dyslexia and someone who has worked with countless families, I want to show you what dyslexia actually feels like for your child. Because once moms understand this, everything changes. One of the hardest parts about dyslexia is that most of the struggle is invisible. People see the reading difficulty, the spelling mistakes, the homework battles, but they don't see what's happening emotionally under it. Imagine walking into school every day, already expecting to feel behind. Imagine trying your absolute hardest and still watching other kids finish faster than you. Imagine knowing the answer in your head, but struggling to get the words out correctly. That's exhausting. And for many children with dyslexia, that exhaustion happens all day long. Not because they aren't smart, but because their brain processes language differently. For many children with dyslexia, reading doesn't feel automatic. It can feel confusing, messy, overwhelming. Some children describe letters as flipping around. Others say words seem crowded together. Some read a sentence and by the end of it, they already forgot what the beginning said. Now imagine trying to do that in front of your classmates, out loud, while worrying that everyone will notice you're struggling. That creates stress, and stress makes reading even harder. I remember sitting with my peers during reading time. I would pray that the teacher wouldn't call my name, that somehow I could just become invisible. But it never failed. Most of the time, I was asked to read out loud. What made me even more nervous was that while reading, some words seemed to fade in and out. Sometimes I would mix up similar words. For example, instead of reading on, I would say no, or home instead of house. Because of that, my reading became very slow. I would focus so intensely on trying to pronounce each word correctly that it became hard to actually understand what I was reading. By the end of the story, I often had no clue what I had just read. When doing homework, I would have to read the same story or passage 2 or 3 times just to fully understand it. That's one of the reasons why homework or studying for a test can take children with dyslexia much longer to complete. And after a while, reading didn't just feel difficult, it felt emotionally exhausting. This is why many children with dyslexia begin avoiding reading altogether, not because they hate reading, but because reading became emotionally painful. Let's talk about homework. Homework for a child with dyslexia can feel like climbing a mountain every single evening. What takes another child 15 minutes may take your child over an hour. Not because they aren't capable, but because every sentence takes more mental energy and eventually their brain gets tired. This is why many moms see emotional meltdowns after school. By the time your child gets home, they may already be mentally exhausted from trying to hold it together all day. And then homework becomes the breaking point. Not because they want to fight you, but because they genuinely feel overwhelmed. This is a part that breaks my heart the most. Many children with dyslexia slowly start believing they are not smart, even though many are incredibly intelligent, creative thinkers, big picture thinkers, problem solvers. But when a child struggles every single day with reading or writing, they begin comparing themselves to everyone else. And eventually, they start asking themselves questions like, how is everyone else getting this so quickly? What's wrong with me? Why does this seem so easy for everyone else? And moms, that self-doubt can become much more damaging than dyslexia itself. Because once a child loses confidence, learning stops feeling safe. What children with dyslexia need most is not more pressure. They need understanding. They need someone who realizes this child is working harder than it looks. Sometimes the most powerful thing a parent can say is, I believe you, or we're going to figure this out together. Because children with dyslexia often spend years feeling misunderstood, and when a parent finally understands what they are experiencing, everything starts changing emotionally. Confidence grows, safety grows, and learning becomes possible again. Sometimes dyslexia doesn't look the way people expect. It's not always obvious. Some children memorize well enough to hide it. Some become class clowns to avoid reading, and some seem fine until school suddenly gets harder. That's why I created a free dyslexia checklist for moms. It walks you through common signs people often miss, so you can stop second-guessing yourself. You can download it below, because early understanding makes all the difference. If your child has dyslexia, I need you to remember this. Your child is not broken, they are not lazy, and they are not less intelligent than other children. Their brain simply learns differently. And when that difference is understood properly, everything transforms. If this video helped you understand your child a little more deeply, please like, subscribe, and share this with another mom who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments, what's the one thing you wish people understood about dyslexia? I read every comment. And I truly want this channel to help families feel less alone.